we're going to spend a few minutes talking about bundling and its impact on retail. Those of you who joined us this morning know that we spent some time talking about the overall corrugated industry and how packaging contributes to the success of retailers, both brick and mortar and online. We're going to talk a little bit today about the role of bundling in that, and want to thank ATS, Fellons, and Wexler for setting this up for us. And what I'd like to do is, this morning was a little more formal. There were, a lot of folks in the room, so it was hard to sort of stop and start. But I'd like to just, invite you all to ask questions as we go. If something, sparks your interest, if you see something that you either want to comment on or question me, let's take the Q&A as we go. I think it'll make for a more robust and valuable conversation. So again, thank you all for coming. I'm Ron Sasine. I spent most of my career in the corrugated industry as well as folding carton, and then transitioned over to Walmart and the retail world just about 7 years ago. From there, I've now begun working with a number of selected clients to help them understand and integrate better into the retail supply chain. Because, as I tell people all the time, everything we do it's all in theory until somebody puts their money or their credit card down and buys a product. So let's go ahead and we'll move into this and talk a little bit about it. I like to talk about these 3 C's. I was doing an interview recently and sort of brought this topic up, and I felt like it was a decent way to sort of capture what it is packaging is all about. This concept of convey, communicate, and convince. Increasingly, the conveying part of packaging is rising up in importance. It used to be, and I was chatting about this a little bit this morning, but shared with some other folks, it used to be that we got very good at moving a common thing through a supply chain and getting it to a common destination, along with lots of brothers and sisters that look just like it. Okay? And the ability to do that was how we evaluated whether packaging was performing or not. We'd do things like thank you. We'd do things like crush testing. We'd do over-the-road vibration simulation. We do all kinds of things precisely designed to make sure that that one individual item, gathered along with 47 other friends of the same size, shape, and weight, could travel on a pallet and land at a destination in perfect usable order. That's no longer the model. Okay, the model now is what happens when I take that item and I pair it up with other items that are dissimilar across a much longer distance in an uncommon truck format, and maybe landing on somebody's porch because the UPS driver drops it from 3 feet rather than more. All of those sorts of physical and mechanical challenges are a part of what the packaging industry has to cope with today. When I talk about communicating, this is of increased importance because the communication I'm focused on isn't the process of packaging being the silent salesperson that everybody loves to talk about. This is packaging being the silent logistics department. The one that says to everybody in the supply chain, this is what I am, here's where I'm going, and here's how you better take care of me. Packaging today has a very important role in communicating all of those elements because guess what? Nobody has the time to stop and think. They get a box, they're moving it, it's moving in automated systems, it's being moved into trucks by manual loaders. There's got to be a moment in which that packaging self-identifies. It says, remember, I'm the one with glass inside. Or remember, I'm the one with fragile food inside. I need to be carried in a specific way, shipped in a specific way, and my destination is not just anywhere in this logistics chain, it's a specific place in this distribution center that I'm supposed to be slotted. So it's about making sure that that carton, that case, that corrugated box is telling its own story to everybody along the way, whether that everybody is a human or an ID, an electric eye. And we need to make sure that as we do that, that those stories get told. And finally, when the package survives, it goes through its distribution process and it lands in a retail environment or a home, it needs to be able to convince. And the convincing part is the one that everybody likes to focus on. That's the one where we use the high graphics. That's the one where everything has to look lovely. That's the one where the work that these folks are doing here is designed to help ensure that every one of those packages convinces in an equal and attractive format. It's got to include a call to action. It's got to say, use me. It's got to say, pick me up off the shelf and put me in the cart with the 2 kids. And it needs to drive after purchase consumption. A little story about this one.